Here from CryptoComparer.com, bringing you another video. So in today's video we're going to cover a review of a new DApp that's launched on the Tron network. It's been around for about a week, just over a week now, called Tronhives, or basically a Beehive game. It is an ROI contract game, so it's return on investment contracts. So those of you familiar with these type of DApps, it's like Tron or Tron Village. Now they are good DApps, but the longevity of them is hit and miss. So obviously this isn't financial advice, but you need to treat these as a game. Don't put anything in more than you can afford to lose. And basically what you want to do is look at trying to get your initial investment back, and anything else is a bonus. So as long as you're in these games early on, you can make your money back, and obviously you can make a bit of Tron as well, and then you just obviously freeze that or do what you want with it. So if we have a quick look at DApp review, you can see here that it's roughly the 8th and 9th of August. You can see that the players is going up now consistent. There's about 516 players. You can see the balancing contract's 3.3 million Tron, which is decent for a game that's only just launched. 24-hour volume, 700,000 Tron. 24-hour transactions, of 3,300 transactions last 24 hours. 7-day volume, 3.1 million. So the game's fairly new. There's the top 15 plays. Check that review out. We're going to be doing something similar with the site in the coming months. But yeah, so it's done. The good thing about this game as well, it's been audited by the good guys over at Cryptomanics. If we have a look here, so yeah, so these are performed basically a smart contract security audit. These guys have basically come along as the DApp police, because there's been a lot of these hit and run DApps over the last 12 months. It took some people's money. These guys took it upon themselves. Great that they've done it, and these edit the code of these DApps, and they'll speak with the developers. And I like the transparency that Beehive have actually spoke to Cryptomanics. Cryptomanics have audited it, and these guys have made the changes for that as well. So you can have a read of this. They've initially discovered some critical, a few medium, a lot of minor bugs. And most of them were fixed as we proposed to the project's developer. Some of them were mitigated with other appropriate ways. So basically workarounds. But what the big thing is you want to take from this is that in the final contract, which is live now, there's no back doors for money to be withdrawn, and no bugs to allow stealing the money. So basically, as long as there's money, skin in the game, as long as there's money in the contract, then there's money to come out of the contract. When it dries up, it dries up. So obviously that is my 2 pennies worth. Just get into these with the understanding that it's not going to last forever. Most of these DApps last probably, I don't know, anything around about 2 or 3 months. We're nearly 10 days in now. So if you can get in early, get out. Anything else is pure profit. So we go back to the game itself. Now, those of you who know my background, obviously we have an online marketing company. I build websites as well. So this is a really nice, clean website, very professionally done compared to some of the DApps. And we'll talk through it. So you can see here, there's 3.7 million Tron in the contract. There's 907 players now, so that's gone up quite a lot. So this is starting to get a bit of traction now. There's 13,247 bees bought. We'll talk about that in a moment. One, which is basically the amount of money you've withdrawn out of the contract, is 445,000. So still a lot that comes from that. And then the Hive leader as well, 183 bees. So we'll talk about that. So what happens is it works basically like a Beehive. The game is Beehive. It's a simulator of an economic model of a beehive, thanks to which you can earn TRX coins. You can feel yourself in the role of a beekeeper, developing your hive, acquiring different brands of bees, and conducting improvements in the production process, getting real profit from it. So it is an ROI contract. You end up with so many free bees, which is good. And then bees, they generate wax and honey. You can't withdraw wax, but you can withdraw honey, and then honey you can convert into TRX. So the game has two, there we go. So the game has two resources, wax and honey. Wax can be bought or obtained from the bees. It is used to buy bees, open a new framework, and to develop a new hive. We'll touch on that in a moment. Honey is produced only by your bees, so obviously you need the bees to make the honey to get the TRX to withdraw it, okay? And it can also be obtained from other hives in your bee garden. So we'll talk about that. Honey is very valuable. It can replace wax in case of its shortage, and it's also used to improve production quality and is fully converted into TRX. So basically, what you need to do, we'll go into the game in a moment, you buy wax initially. You don't have to buy wax because you do get so many free bees, but the more bees you have, the more ROI you get, and obviously the higher up the ladder you can get. And then the more bees produce more wax and honey, the more honey that's produced you can withdraw for Tron, or you can upgrade. So there's 8 different species of bees. Each one of them has a different ROI. So if you sign up for free, you get the airdrop bee, so you get 300 wax every day, and each one of them bees is worth 300. We'll go into that. You then get a smart bee where you get 100%, and then you get a crypto bee, beat bee, such and such, all the way back up to a super bee. Okay, so you also get, it's like an incentive as well, so which is quite good. So depending on how far you progress in the game, you actually get free wax. So you've got different ones. You start off with like a leather, and you're awarded 3,500 wax once you've achieved 50,000 points, and so forth. And then what happens as well is your production. For those of you familiar with Trongu or Tron Village, so your production starts off, if we go all the way back, let's have a look. We basically start off as a 60-40 split. So it starts off with more honey, or more wax than honey, and then you can upgrade your beehive generator to obviously have it so you're creating more honey than wax. And then you develop it, and also you can refer friends underneath you, and you get 10% of their bonuses in honey as well. And the reason we talk about that is this game, you can only play it if you're referred from a previous bee owner or a beehive owner. So there is a link in the description below. It does help the channel. We do get 10%. It is appreciated. It keeps the channel going. But also you refer your friends and family, they get 10% and so forth. The more bee gardens you have, the more honey you get and so forth. So if we go and play it, okay, so here's our stats. So there's a 60-40 split that we talk about, and you can upgrade that as well. The bees that we got are creating 65.5 wax per hour and 43.7 honey per hour. So the 50 honey is 1 Tron. So we're just shy of creating 1 Tron an hour. Okay. Full disclosure, I put 90 Tron in this initially, just as a little dabble, and then I went and put 1,500 Tron into it to buy some of the smart bees, which is the next stage up. We'll look at in a moment. So we've got about 1,600 Tron, 1,590, 1,600 Tron, easy maths, in this contract. So my aim of the game is to compound it. So what I'm going to be doing, because I'm not that bothered about the 1,600 Tron, but what I'm going to be doing is every other day I'll be taking some honey out, and then every day, so one day I will put money back in, one day I'll take it out, one day I'll put money back in, one day I'll take it out, until I've got my initial 1,600 back. Because that's all of it, or 1,590, that's all I've really put into it, and then anything else is a bonus. Okay, so you can see there, now this is the airdrop that you get, so you get this automatically. Click on the link in the description below, you get 32 of these bees, they make 50 wax per day, so I just collect that, there we go, and I'm awarded with 100 wax, which adds up, thank you. And then the smart bees, so we've bought them, smart bees are 1,500 wax. Now if I just get a calculator, okay, so one Tron equals 50 wax, so it's 1,500 shares, we'll do the maths, 50, that can't be right, 30 Tron, we'll work it out in a moment. So if we bought the wax, so one wax, so say I wanted to get 1,500 wax, let's have a look. That's 5,000. No, it is right. There you go. Yeah, so one of them smart bees will cost you 30 Tron, basically. And then you've got the other bees, and then the other bees higher up are 7,500 wax, which is these crypto bees, which we're on now. So 7,500, let's have a look, would be, I can't do the maths. 175, is it? No, 150. There you go. 150 Tron for one of them smart bees. Okay, so you can see each time we do the hive, so you have the free ones, they are 30 Tron each, so you're going to get 100% ROI on that. So it's 32 bees within a hive. Our plan is now is to fill this up here with these bees, which we'll go ahead and buy a bee now. We should be able to buy one. Not enough resource to buy a bee. So we've got, with the honey and the wax that we produce, we've got 5,627. So I'm not going to put any more money into this. I'm going to wait and then what we'll do is we'll look at getting another bee and another bee and so forth, to making at least 1 Tron a day. And then you can see the different sections. No, you can't unlock the next level until you've got all the bees within the previous level. So once we got all the smart bees here, we then unlock this level, and we'll go through that as well. And then you get all the way down to the super bee, but you can't unlock that. So it's a simple enough game. You get so many freebies, you buy 1 bee, and then basically the honey is returned into Tron. So at the moment we have 1871, 37 Tron we've earned. That's probably just over a day that we've earned that. It's not a lot, but it adds up. Like I say, we've got 1590 skin in the game, so let's try and get that out, and we'll try and at least look to fill this other level. I think try and fill this level of crypto bees, so we're getting around about 1 or 2 Tron an hour. I may put more money into this, may not. Let's just see how it goes first, see if the more traction picks up. Obviously we'll do this video, that should help it, and others, YouTubers jumping on the bandwagon with this game as well. But yeah, not really much going on in the Tron space at the moment. That space, mostly casinos still. This game, whilst people love to hate him, it's still a game to cure the boredom. It is a game. It's not financial freedom. These games don't last that long, so be careful. But yeah, if you fancy this Beehive game, fancy trying to turn your money around in the next month or 2, link in the description. Click that on, get your freebies. You don't need your freebies, to be fair. You don't need to do anything else. You can just get the free and get 100 wax, and that'll allow you to get so many. But you'd obviously have to save up for 15 days before you can get one of these. So it might be worth putting a couple 100 Tron in it. But yeah, that's it. So these games tend to do well until you don't. So keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on where the contract's at by just checking the balance. Have a quick look on like the DAPP review, DAPP radar, and you can see what's in it. But yeah, so if you've enjoyed this video at all, as usual, like I say, learned anything new, anything whatsoever, please hit the thumbs up, hit that like button. Also comment below, let us know your thoughts on this game, if you know any other DAPP games that are similar, or any other games that you'd like us to review. Also, where you guys have tuned in from, it's also good to know as we're building the channel. And finally, if you're new to this channel and you haven't already, please remember to hit that subscribe button and hit the notifications button next to it. That's the little bell button, which will keep you up to date when we publish future videos. We will be starting up the Beeksy challenge again from day 11. For those of you who've been following us, there was an exploit on Beeksy and other exchanges with Ripple. They have now reopened. They're not yet trading. If we have a look, trading is still blocked for now. But the balance is back open, so we'll be starting doing our vlog series on the $100 to Lambo challenge that we're doing. But that's it from me, guys. So until next time, everybody, it's goodbye. Bye-bye.